Hi guys, it's Philip here and welcome to the second part of abstract composition modeling course. In this series we will be building this image. We're going to use a starter scene that will be included in the project context. This is the same scene that we created in the first tutorial of the course. So if you would like to know how this one is created, please refer to the first one. So yeah, let's begin with this. Let's begin with this scene. As in the previous scene, we will need a cylinder to be our base here. So let's add a cylinder, kill the height segments, jump into the top view, pressing F2, increase the radius, put the cylinder somewhere here so that it aligns with this middle of the camera. It's maybe a bit too big, so something like this. The values are here if you want them. You can just pause the video and copy these values. Otherwise, let's just the cylinder like this, put it down, increase the rotation segments to 100 so it's smooth, go to caps, add a fillet, decrease the radius of the fillet to 2. I want to reduce the height. So the height is something like this. Press F3 to jump to the right view and holding down 2 on my keyboard and left click and dragging, I'm zooming in and just pull it somewhere here so that it doesn't look like it's floating. Okay, this is the first element. Let's now add this shape here. We will start with a cube. So let's resize the cube like this, put it here, somewhere here, zoom in, resize it a bit more, scale it down, press T and drag to scale, and put it here. Okay, let's now add some, leave the camera view. Okay, I think we will do this with booleans. So add a fillet here, fillet radius, put this to 1. Okay, now while you have this one selected, create a cylinder here, kill the height segments, rotate the cylinder like this, decrease the radius, decrease the size, and put the cylinder somewhere here. Press F4 to jump to the front view, put the cylinder here, increase the rotation segments to 50. And now you wanna, while having cylinder selected, press down Alt and add it to the cloner element. We want grid array in this scenario, so let's press F1 to see it in perspective view and reduce the size here to 30 each, just so that we can have a look. Right now our grid is like this, so let's see, we want 3 here. We want 3 here and we want 1 here. This is it. We'll keep it somewhere here. Add the fillet to our cylinder like this. Reduce the fillet to 1 centimeter. This is it. Let's now create a bool element. So boolean is here. Put a cloner inside of the boolean and put this cube inside of the boolean. And this is what we wanted. Now jump to the cloner and let's increase this to 40, 40 and 40. I think this is better. Jump to the front view. Yeah, I think this is perfect. Let's jump back to the camera. Let's just select the whole bool element and make the cloner element and scale it down a bit. Okay, this is perfect. Now select the bool element. Check this create single object, and while selecting bool element here, press C on your keyboard, and you will get one single element. Leave the camera view so that we can zoom it in. So the only thing left to do is to bevel this edge. So press U out on your keyboard or loop selection here. Select this edge. Select all other edges of these extruded circles. Okay, having all these selected, you can bevel it. Bevel is here. Our subdivision of 3 is fine, that's written here. And let's just see, we want our bevel something like this. This is perfect. Jump back to the camera view, and our first shape is finished. Let's now build this. We want to start with a cylinder, of course. So use the cylinder, kill the height segments as well. So here, put the height segments to 1. Jump into the top view, F2, press E, move tool, put it here. Reduce the radius a bit, and for the rotation segments, let's try 80. Okay, let's now decrease the radius, increase the height. This looks fine. Okay, now in order to do this, this is a bit tedious, but I think I have an idea on how to do this a bit easier. So to begin with, let's copy and paste the cylinder, and just while pressing down Alt, double click on these dots here to hide it. So this is our backup cylinder. We will work with this one, and this is that one. Press C to make it editable, and jump into the edge mode. Leave the camera view and press loop selection and select every other edge. Okay. Okay, every other edge is selected. Now press down Control on your keyboard and select Points mode. And now we'll get only the points selected. We transferred the selection to only points. Press F2 to jump to the top view and select rectangle selection. Make sure that only visible elements is not selected. And pressing down Control on your keyboard, deselect this middle element here. You can't see it now, but if you jump F1 to the perspective view, you can see this dot is not selected anymore. Now jump back to the top view, press T to scale, and scale in these dots inward, like this. This vertex is scale them inward. And this is exactly what we wanted. And now press F1 to see what we got. Okay. And while you have these selected, now press down Control again on your keyboard and select the edge mode. And now we selected all these edges. So zoom in, and we want to bevel these edges. So what we will do here is press on bevel and create a bevel here. Okay, nice. Okay, now how can we easily select all of these? Okay, I think I know. Go to the loop selection again and select again every other edge, but these that are outwards. Maybe you can even select them here. Yeah, jump to the top mode, pressing F2, select every other edge. Okay, and now if you see, yeah, we have all these edges selected. Go to the top view again, and now go pick the live selection. Make sure select only visible elements is unchecked. And while you have your cursor here, press down Control on your keyboard to deselect these. Press F1 and you can see we only have these selected. Now what you want to do is bevel these as well. So press bevel and do this. And yeah, that's it. Let's undo this and make the bevel a bit bigger. This is exactly what we wanted. Jump back to the camera mode, and this is our column here. Let's just scale it down a bit. If you want to scale it like inwards, press F2 and do the scale here. Essentially, what we want to do now. Okay, we have this shape now. Let's now use our backup cylinder here. Alt and click here to make it visible again. Pull it up. And with our cylinder here, we want to make these edges here. So what we want to do with this cylinder now here, scale it down so that it looks like this. It's slightly bigger in radius than the column below. So put it here. Press C to make it editable. Go into the polygon mode and loop selection to select everything here. Delete this. Now what you want to do is jump to the edge mode and select move tool, double click here. Okay, now you want to do this, jump into the top view, press T and press down Control on your keyboard and drag here to scale this like this. Press F1, press E on your keyboard, a move tool, and select, using Control, pull this up. And now repeat the process. Press T again, hold down Control and select this green scale tool and scale it outwards again. Press E, press down Control, pull it up again. And now right click, close polygon hole. Okay, go into the edge mode, loop selection. Now you have to select these edges. It's this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one, and bevel these. Okay. Jump back to the camera view. This is perfect. Now when I look at it, it looks a bit small, so let's press T and scale it up like this. And jump back to the top view, press F2 and scale it like this. So it's a bit bigger. Okay, now when you have the cylinder selected, press Ctrl and move it down, rotate it 180 degrees so that we can put this on the bottom of our column. Here, move the column up and move this part. Perfect. Okay, this is our column. Okay, let's now add some items that we're going to download off the internet, because I can't really model all of these. I didn't model them myself. I downloaded this. So it's this chair here, it's this drawer. This we will model, and this we will model the curtain also. I'm not sure how to model it. So let's go on TurboSquid and try to find a cool. On turbosquid.com I searched for a chair and I set my filter, let's do it again, chair, and set my filter here in price to free. And we can just pick a nice free chair that we want to add to our composition. Let's see which one will work. This is the one we used in the last, so we don't want that one, but we want one that seems relaxing. I really like this design, but is this free? Oh, this is free. This is perfect. Let's download it. Okay, while we are on TurboSquid, let's try to look for a curtain. So go for curtain and go for free curtains. Amazing. We will use some free curtains here. This one is nice. I like this one as well. Actually, all of these are pretty cool. Let's pick this one. Download it as well. What else can we use? It's a curtain here, it's a chair here, it's a drawer. We need some sort of drawer here. So this is cool. Let's see if we have free vases here. Price vase. Yeah, a lot of free stuff. That's pretty cool. I will show you how to create vases really easily within Cinema. Let's just download this set of vases. It's so cool. Nice. So yeah, when you download these things, just make sure to either download OBJ or FBX. Okay, once you have downloaded your models, they are zipped. You have to unzip them. So find them, right click and use 7-zip or WinRAR or whatever and extract here. So curtain, extract here. And these are the three models that I have found. Let's go back to TurboSquid and actually look for a drawer. Let's find a free drawer that looks cool. This one is nice. This is something similar to what we have. Okay, let's just use this one, it's pretty cool. Download. Make sure to extract this as well. Extract here. Okay, we have our models. Let's now import them. So file merge object, and you should go into the files and the OBJ, the dresser OBJ. Okay, this is the dresser. Let's use everything actually. Let's just position it here, like this, and just rotate it. This is cool. I like how this looks like. Let's now put our chair here. Actually, I found a curtain first, so let's just put the curtain. Okay, where is the curtain? Jump to the top here. Okay, the curtains are here. We will use just only once, so go into the polygon mode, rectangle selection, and delete one curtain. Now go back to the object mode and press center axis 2 so that we can center our axis to this. Put it here. Let's scale this. Make sure that you don't have anything blocked. Scale it down. Put it down like this. Okay, this texture is kind of transparent, so just delete the texture here from our curtain and pull the curtain here. Here. Okay, put it. Okay, we have our curtain here. Now we want to duplicate it, so press down Control and put it here. Okay, this is our curtain. Now let's jump into the merge objects again and find our chair. Armchair, here it is. Armchair is pretty cool. We can just delete this texture that comes with it. Scale it up. Rotate it. Put it here. Now do we want this thing here? Let's just rotate it like this maybe. Okay, this composition will be a bit different than what we imagined, but I think this one could work. I mean, this chair is much bigger than this. I'm not sure if that's cool. Maybe we can increase the size of this. Yeah, why not? Let's try. Let's try creating something like this. It might be interesting, yeah. We don't have to duplicate it 100%. Let's add a little table. We can just download some models of the web. Let's add these cubes below the chair. That would be interesting. So just add a cube, add a fillet to it, and resize the cube. Jump to the top view, resize it more, and jump to the right view, make sure it's on the ground. You can just put some cubes here, like rotate them, go E, press E, and then press down Control to duplicate these cubes, and just put some cubes here. Cool. Add some cubes here. Maybe we can scale this one up. Put it here. Yeah, this adds a nice detail. Okay, we have our cubes here. Let's add some stairs. Stairs are easy to model. We have already done that in the previous video. So add a cube, scale it down, rotate it, put the cube somewhere here, scale that down, put a cube here. Leave the camera view. Let's actually pull it up. Okay, do this. Okay, put it up, down. These are our stairs. Let's make this cube editable and jump into the path loop cut and add. We have 3 segments here, 4, 5. Okay, 5 is good. Go into the polygon mode, select these polygons, press D to extrude. Okay, you have this value here, 12.25 centimeters. Press down Control and deselect this, and then press here, select here again and press Enter, and repeat. Press down Control here. Okay, select Control A to select all the cubes, the polygons, and just scale this down a bit. This is fine. Go into the edge mode, select ring selection. Okay, we actually didn't do this correctly because we forgot to remove caps while extruding. Undo everything. Okay, now let's repeat it. Press D to extrude, but make sure create caps is unchecked so that it won't create double geometry. If you press down, if you don't uncheck the create caps here and you extrude, okay, when you delete this, you can see we have more polygons here, like these polygons. They are in between, and this is not good. We don't want to have geometry that we can't see. So let's select these, press D, and uncheck create caps. Okay, deselect this, extrude, deselect, extrude, deselect, extrude. Select everything and scale it inwards. Put it here, go into the edge mode, go ring selection, select all of these, and go UL for loop selection and select these. MS to bevel and give it a slight bevel. Jump back to the camera view. Nice. Let's scale it down a bit. Now when I look at it, I think this first stair is a bit too small, so let's jump to the top view and edge mode, select rectangle selection, make sure select only visible is unchecked. Select these and select these and make it a bit bigger. Press F1. Let's see. Go back to the edge mode and let's see what we want. This is what we want. So move it here. Okay. Let's now add some elements here. Let's add this one. It's pretty straightforward. So it's like a circle tube with some cylinders. So a tube is here. Kill the height segments. Pull it here. Rotate it. Put it like this. Decrease the height. Increase this radius. Increase it like this. Pull it behind the chair. Here. Okay. Now make sure that rotation segments are set to 100 so that it's super smooth. And make sure it has fillet and that radius is 2. Let's now actually decrease the auto radius. Okay, and press T and scale. Whoops. Press T and scale the whole thing. Let's make it sharper. So decrease the fillet radius to 1. Okay. Now, while you have the tube selected, press down Control and add a cylinder. Rotate it like this. Kill the height segments. Decrease the radius, increase the height. Put the cylinder here. Okay. Maybe decrease the radius even more. Okay, press R, and now press Control and then Shift to rotate while snapping. This is fine. Let's now resize this and put it here. Okay, let's select this cylinder and put it into the cloner. Select down Alt and click on cloner. Now make sure the cloner is set to linear and that this is not 50 but 10 and that actually Y is 0, but Y should be, let's see, Y should be 0 but X should be 10. Yes. Increase the X, we actually want 23. Move the cloner up. Put it here. Now decrease the cloner number. We want to have like 8 of them and put the cloner somewhere here. This is perfect now. make the cloner editable, select the cloner, press C on your keyboard. Now make all of these cylinders editable. You can do that, you can actually do this. Click on this cloner with your mouse wheel. Press C on your keyboard. Now all of these are editable. Now what you want to do is press this, connect objects plus delete. If you don't have it here, you can just select Shift C on your keyboard and select here. Connect, type in here, objects plus delete, enter. Now we only have one element here. Go into the edge mode, select rectangle selection, select these, move them here, select these, move them here, so that they are invisible. This is what we wanted. Perfect. Let's now add these transparent little cylinders. Of course, we will use the cloner for this as well. Let's actually select these three and scale them down a bit. Put them somewhere here. Okay, add a cylinder, pull it up, rotate it. Just checking. Okay, resize the cylinder like this. Jump to the top view, make sure the height is kind of small. Kill the height segments. So 1. Add a fillet. And add this cylinder into the cloner. So like this. We want a grid array here, but we want 40, 40, 40. That's too small. Let's try 70, 70, 70. That's a lot. Let's 60, 60, 60. And we want 3 here, 3 here, and 1 here. This is perfect. And put the cloner, so let's just select the cylinder and maybe decrease its radius. Not the cap's radius, but the object radius. Make it a bit smaller. Okay, you can leave the cloner here, that's fine. Cool. Okay, let's now create this shape. So we want to add a torus, resize it. Scale it down, put it here, rotate it, move it down. So pipe radius, decrease it. Pipe radius is like this. Okay, slice it. Now we only have the top part, so increase the pipe radius of the top part, and then press the torus, press R to rotate, press down Shift and press down Control to. Actually, first you press down Control, then you rotate it, and then while you are rotating, then you press Shift to snap, make it 180 degrees. Decrease the pipe radius. I think that's it. Yeah. Okay, select both of them, scale them down a bit, pull them down, and add a fillet to both. So, slice. Okay, no fillet here. Leave the camera view. Make both of these editable. CC. Select both of them. Go into the edge mode. Select this edge, because this one can be actually seen with the camera. So it's this edge and it's the other edge. I'm not sure. Oh, you can't select it. Well, this sucks. Okay. Select only the top element. It's this one, and isolate it. And now select these edges and dissolve them. I actually selected this one. Okay, dissolve. And dissolve this as well. Okay, group selection. Select this and select this. Actually, first dissolve this, of course. And then loop selection, select these and select these. And ask to bubble and create a bubble. exit the solo mode, and yeah, that's it. Let's undo and create the bevel a bit bigger. This is exactly what we wanted here. Jump back to the camera mode. Let's see the next element. Let's create a vase. For the vase, deselect everything, create a spline pen, press F4, and we can create a vase here. So what we want to do is click and drag, and then we actually want to create a base of the base first. So click here, and then click here and drag a bit. So you can do whatever shape you want. Let's just try something like this. Maybe. Okay. Maybe something like this. Okay, once you have this shape, select two of these and press T to scale. Start scaling it like this and press Shift. Okay, now these are aligned. Let's see what happened here. Let's just, we want to change this slightly. So in the spline pan, this doesn't look perfect. Okay, we want to change the control points here. How we can do that is select this edge while you are in the points mode, and then select the move tool. And while you're in the move tool, you can change this. And just actually delete it. No. Do this. Okay, this is perfect. Let's now do what we did again. Select two of these, T, and scale it inwards. With this selected, add it to as a child of the left element, and resize the left. Okay, this should not have happened. Okay, with this created, you have the cursor here. So click on this, center axis 2. This is actually not the axis that we want, so you should go and Shift C, axis center, and make sure that the axis is, that this is to 0 and the X is to the right, execute. And while the axis is here and you have the spline selected, add it as a child of the left element, it's here. And this is the vase. Okay, pull the vase here, resize it, and you can put it somewhere here. Cool. Okay, we can import other vases that we downloaded from the web. So vase set, merge objects, find the vase set. Just let's see where are our vases. They're here, they're here. Okay, they are one object and they have their own texture. So let's just delete these things. And we can really separate these. So let's do it. Double click here, right click split, but then select the old element again and press delete. Now you only have it here. Okay, select the first element again, double click here, split, and then jump back here and delete. And that's it. Now press this, center axis 2, press this, center axis 2, and this, center axis 2. Now we have three vases, let's just put them around to have fuller composition. You can make this vase huge. Put it here. Nice. Okay. I think we were close to finishing. Let's add some details like this. Let's add this ball here. We can add standard ball. Actually, let's add a platonic and we'll make it transparent. It will be interesting. Like this, yeah, nice. I think we're fine here. Let's use our shaders from our last project. So I'm just gonna grab them real fast. Okay, our shaders are here. Let's delete these. These are from the web, we don't need them. And we're going to use these. We just want to create another one like a golden material, and I think we have everything else. Let's shoot up. Let's turn Octane. Turn on Octane. You have Octane settings here. Pause the video and copy these if you don't have them. And let's add an HDRI. We're using the same HDRI, it's Studio 3. And turn on Octane. Make sure to save. We want strong light from one side. This is fine. Lock it here, resize it, and then let's shade it. So for our shaders, simple diffuse glossy shaders with roughness on 0.53. These are the colors. You can copy it. F2C196. You can copy the pink. Just pause the video and copy it. This is a specular shader, so just an Octane specular material with roughness increase and nothing else. Same type of shader. This is the purple color. The pink I have already shown you, and the blue is here. Okay, let's start shading this. We're gonna use yellow for the background, pink for the curtain, blue for the ring here. Let's add a golden, so material create metallic. For the metallic, let's, the specular, add like a golden color. And for the roughness, we want to add an Octane noise. Let's use that golden for our pipes here. We want to create these to be specular, but maybe with less roughness, so just decrease the roughness. Nice. Let's use the same specular on this item here. For the column, we want to make it blue. For the top and bottom, let's make it pink. For this shape in the back, let's make it pink as well. This raise here, we want it blue. The whole base, we want it blue. Stairs, let's make them like this. The cubes here at the bottom, let's make them specular and maybe purple. Same here, make this cubes like this. The tubes here, this is blue, this is purple. Purple or blue and pink are really dominant colors here. Let's make the chair yellow. Actually, while you have the chair selected, click on the polygon mode and double click on these parts that are not for sitting. Let's exit the camera view. Oops. So that's these parts. And apply a different color to them, maybe blue. Right click, apply. Jump back here. Okay. Another waist here. Let's see if we can make this waist golden. Ah, that's interesting. Let's select the drawer here. We can make it pink. Okay, whole drawer being pink is a bit not interesting, so select the drawer, go into the polygon mode, and now let's add some color to it. So this element and this element, this and this, and this maybe, and this. Let's make them blue. And this one, let's make it yellow. and these. Just double click and assign whatever color you want to them to make it different. Let's make this purple. Nice. And this thing here, let's make it purple as well. And yeah, jump back to it. Nice. Interesting. Okay, let's go into our HDRI and rotate it a bit. See if we can get some cool looking lighting. Maybe if the lighting comes from here, we get a different feel. Maybe we don't want to have cold dramatic lighting with a lot of shadow, but something flatter. I like how this turned it up to look like. Let's see in our camera imager if we reduce the gamma a bit. Like reduce the gamma slightly, but increase exposure by a small amount. Okay, I don't like this waves being so bright. Let's make it blue. Let's make something else golden. Yeah, this one here. Let's select this shape on the top here and go into the edge mode and make it editable by pressing C. Control A to select all the edges and then MS to bevel them. Okay, nice. Okay, I like how this turned out in the end. Let's actually make this specular. Let's actually remove the protection tag from our camera and unzoom a bit. And undock here our Octane. I want to take a better look at it to see if we forgot anything. Okay, great job guys, if you came this far. This is the finished piece, the second piece. And yeah, see you in another video. Take care. Bye bye. Hey guys, so in this video I'm going to show you how to light this composition using area lights. So in the modeling video I actually used HDRI only, and this can work sometimes, but it usually doesn't, because an HDRI is a baked light solution and you cannot really move the lights around. You can just rotate the HDRI, and generally HDRI produces some pretty flat results and you are not really seeing the depth of the image and the whole 3D world. So in order to make your images pop a bit, you really have to do the combination of both. That's the best way to go around it. But yeah, in this video I'm going to show you how to light this scene, the second composition, using area lights and the HDRI. So we will begin. This is the final look we wanna create, and I'm just gonna show you the lights we have on HDRI and 5 lights. This is the scene from top. So we have a key light. So this light is the strongest. It's coming from the same direction the HDRI is coming. We have the fill light. This is the light from the left, which is much lower in the intensity than the key light here. We have the top light. This light is on top of the scene, and it is also lower in intensity than the fill light. I mean the key light, sorry. We then have this light. This light lights the background, so this curtain, it's oriented backwards and it lights the curtain. It's also not really intense. And we have this light. This light lights the backdrop here, so we get some light on the backdrop so that we don't get it all dark. So let me now show you the process, since I have already done this. So let's turn off all the lights. And yeah, so this is our scene with done HDRI. we're using the HDRI. You guys have it, Studio 3. You can find it in the text folder. So just pop your HDRI here, and these are the values. So HDRI is here, and this is the power, and this is the rotation. You can just pause the video and copy this if you want to do the same thing. So once you have lit this, you want to create a light object, and I'm just going to name it this one here, key light. And let's turn it on. Excuse me, this is not the key light, this is the backlight. I almost always add the backlight first. So once you have positioned the HDRI here, I sometimes just turn off the HDRI and then start lighting with my lights. So this is the backlight. I add the backlight first. And now when I look at it, there is some weird stuff here. I will just zoom this in a bit. Okay, this is the backlight, the curtain light. And yeah, you can just create a new light object, pull it up, and pull it somewhere here. I'm gonna pull it in my position of the light, increase its width, decrease its height like this, and then go here into the visibility, uncheck camera visibility, uncheck shadow visibility, and for the general visibility, just pull this to the left. And then I'm gonna turn off this backlight here, and then of course reduce the intensity so you don't get the burn. And yeah, this is the backlight. And now I'm just gonna turn off the other lights, maybe increase this a bit. I liked how it looked. I'm just gonna show you, you guys can copy the values here. So this is the key light. Let's turn it on. As you can see, we're getting the light from the right. And let's name it key light. And here we want to increase this maybe to 8. And the light is here. It's the same light as the backlight when it comes to other settings such as the visibility settings. So nothing has really changed there. This is the position of the key light. This is the front view. So it comes from the right, it lights up the scene. Let's now see the fill light. Let's rename it here, fill light. And this light, its purpose is to remove these shadows. These are really strong shadows and we don't want the scene to be that black. So we're adding this soft light that is here. As you can see on the left, it's a bit closer and the intensity is pretty low, it's 2. So this way we are not getting that hard shadows. Then we have this light here on the back which lights up the scene here. And I'm gonna bring it back a bit so that I lose the shadow that was here on the top. I have seen a shadow. And this is our back here that's now lit. And I'm gonna name this backlight 2. And we also have the top light which comes from the top. Let's turn it on. And as you can see, top light adds some variation here. Maybe we can put 5 here for the top light. Okay, this is now perfect. Let's call this top light. And now maybe for our fill light here, maybe we can increase it to 3. But that might, yeah, it's good. Yeah, I really like this. Let's turn on the HDRI to see how it looks now. Okay, it's a bit too blown out, in my opinion. So I will just select the key light again and reduce this to 6. And yeah, I like this better. So this is the technique I'm using to light up all the objects in this course. In the modeling part, I'm not really covering the lighting, but in here you get the point. We're using, basically it's an extended 3-point light setup. I mean, it's a 4-point light setup. You have the key light, which is the strongest, that comes from the angled front. So from the right front part of the image, it comes from here. You have the fill light, you have the top light, and you have the background light. And this is one of the most common lighting scenarios. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video and see you in another one. Take care, bye bye.